production.
Juice in the blunt for breakfast while I beat the pipe. Finna hit the block. About to see some pipe.
Top of the morning, man. We in the motherfucking building, man.
Top of the
Top
morning.
of the top.
Come on now. How y'all morning starting out?
Pretty okay, man. You know, happy to be alive, man.
Come on now.
I definitely want to second that notion. Definitely happy to be alive because I felt like I had a mini brush with death this morning eating a Nashville chicken hot sandwich.
At 8 o'clock in the morning?
We bought it yesterday. I didn't get around to it because of that whole debacle that was going on.
Yeah.
And then I just, I just ended up blowing that, until that thing got situated. Then I fell asleep. So this morning I was like, cool. And I ain't never tried this spot yet. But they had 5 levels of heat. So I told my daughter, give me level 2. Smacking this thing out this morning, and it's on fire. And I just look in the little bag with the little receipt thing, and it said level 4. I'm like, damn, bro.
Oh, wow.
You can't confuse the two. And how when you eat hot things, you start smacking through it. And then when it starts heating up, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
Because the moment you stop, it just starts burning. I don't know if that's the right logic, because that's what I did.
I had a spot in Florida that was like that, man. And they warned me, though. They was like, yo, there's 3 levels. And it was like, level 2 should be good for you. Because I'm telling you, level 3, if you're not ready for that.
And you're like, you don't tell me I'm not ready.
I said, you know what? I'll take your advice. Because I don't want a bad experience.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
And that 2
was, level 2 was hot as hell. So you knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, because when I was young, I enjoyed super spice like that. I was just crazy. But now at my older age, I like spicy, but only for the purpose it needs to serve. Not I just want to be a badass because I could, hot sauce everything, chili pepper everything, ghost chili pepper. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Come on now. I cut my spicy days out the way 100%. I learned because I've always been a spicy food lover myself. But when I was at the draft last year in Cabo, boy, I had
that salsa.
Yeah, I told a story, bro, where it had me doubled over in tears, lightweight blood coming up, and all types of shit. So the extra spiciness I don't fuck with, bro.
I don't. I'm like this, man. If I'm not gonna enjoy the meal because of the heat, I don't want it.
Right.
I just want enough to where I can enjoy the meal. I don't want it so high where it's like blowing out my nostrils and got smoke coming out my ears. Like I don't need that type of shit, man.
Yeah, there was a place called University Chicken, or all the cool kids called it Cluck U's when we were growing up, right? So we go out to Cluck U's, and they had one of them, them Wall of Fames and the Hall of Shame, or the Wall of Shame, where it's like you could go and get a free thing of a 6-piece, and it's the spiciest one they got, like they called it nuclear or whatever it was. And if you could smack this out without without faltering, and you have a glass of milk and water there, but the moment you go to it, you're done. And then there were so many pictures of that on that Wall of Shame, and that should have told me, because there was very few, maybe like 12 or something, you know what I mean, on that Hall of Fame. And I was like, listen, put me down. I got through one wing, and then I made the mistake of, they even said wear gloves. So I'm wearing gloves. I made the mistake of doing one of those, wiping the sweat, and then that motherfucker was like, man, it must have got in my eye or something, because my whole side of my face was on fire. My eye was burning. I was putting the milk on my face.
Yeah, I can't.
I was like, yo, who dared me to do this?
Fuck that. Oh,
it was the fame. I wanted to be on that wall.
Shout out to the chat, though.
100%, man. Hey, Bogey, let the people know let the people know where they can find you at, Bo.
You can find me on the Gen Wealth Net on YouTube, Gen Wealth Net _ all one word on the gram, and Bogard Scott-free anywhere you consume your music, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, things of that nature.
100%. What to talk to him, Slim?
Yeah, from a fan's perspective on YouTube, that's where I'm at with it.
Come on, now get locked in, man. 100%. My name, Heart to Start JD. You know what I mean? I am one of the representatives of the Heart to Start podcast. 100%. You can also find me on the Gen Wealth Network. 100%. You can find me on the Fans Perspective. You can find me on Stay Tuned Live. 100%. I ain't pulled up to the Ignorant Thinkers podcast, but I need to do that. And it's been a minute since I've been on the Chicago Clubhouse. But man, make sure you get locked in with all them damn networks that I just said. Man, we pushing this shit up the hill, bro. 100%.
Shout out to the whole conglomerate.
Come on now. Let's like Slim said, let's shout out the chat real fast. We got Peacock in the building. We got Lee in the building. What's up, big bro?
What up, ears?
He says salute Bogey, JD, and Slim.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
We got the Prime Minister in the motherfucking building of Canada. Emil, good afternoon, big bro.
Man, shout out to Canada, man. Emil in the building.
Clock Management wants to know, Bogey, did you clone yourself? It looked like it's two bogeys.
You know what I mean? You know it's two of us because we're in the same place at the same time. But you can't. The identical.
not the PK degenerates.
I'm bringing Bones to Vegas for real, though. He's coming out to Vegas, man.
Oh, my mama.
We're going to throw a Hawaiian shirt on him or something. You know what I mean?
And we gonna put the motherfucking blunt in his lip and get a picture with it. We gonna flick it up with Bones.
We got to get him a gold grill, too. You know what I mean? We got to get him slugged up.
Make sure you like and subscribe all the channels. That's right. Ear, appreciate you, big bro. Oh, my. Let's go ahead and run a commercial before we get into our first topic, man. This is we are powered by the neonpeacockmerch.com store, man. Slide over there, get locked in, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna find some shit that you love, bro.
Drippy.
Real drippy. Here we go. My shit gonna close up. Here we go. Yes, sir. NeonPeacockMerch.com, man. Make sure you go slide over there and get locked in, man. Get locked in with the latest drip. You don't even got to get drip, man. You can get shit for your house, coffee mugs, man, floor mats, motherfucking drawers.
Throw rugs.
Come on now, throw rugs, man. Get yourself together, man. Go up your motherfucking Gen Wealth merch game. Come on now.
Yeah.
100%, man. This first topic is a two-part video about a reggaeton artist that was on some weird shit, man. Let's get into it.
Uh-oh.
Go. Chocolate.
Cuban reggaeton artist Chocolate MC is back inside of a Miami-Dade County jail. Records show the singer, whose real name is Josvani Sierra Hernandez, picked up a new case overnight, but the artist will not be getting out anytime soon.
And our Christian Colonna is joining us live from court to explain why exactly, Christian.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll start off from yesterday, where Chocolate had a hearing at 9 a.m. that he didn't show up to. So the judge was surprised and told his attorney that his client needed to show up today. If not, he would issue a warrant out for his arrest. Come to find out, fast forward to this morning, Chocolate did not show up because he, like you said, he's currently in jail because he picked up a new case overnight.
Cuban rapper Chocolate MC, or Josvani Sierra Hernandez, with a new mugshot and back in jail. this time on aggravated battery and kidnapping-related charges. Records show a fan approached the singer at a supermarket on Opelika Boulevard. The fan was starstruck for the wrong reasons after police say the singer pointed a gun on his chest and forced him to surrender his car and demanded money. Records go on to say Chocolate forced his fan to drive around several locations for about 2 hours. The reggaetonero was eventually arrested. The singer was out on bond most recently for allegedly going on social media and encouraging inmates to kill another inmate for him. The inmate Records Chocolate wanted killed is charged for the 2024 murder of another singer named El Tiger killed in Miami last year. The latest arrest comes as Chocolate sat down with us for an exclusive interview just this weekend.
Yo voy a estar tranquilito.
I want to be calm, Chocolate says. I want to fix my life so that police can leave me alone. And the singer is expected to go through bond court at some point today. We'll for sure keep you posted on.
Hey, that reggaeton be going down.
The Sonic Scrubber by Black.
Chocolate.
Obtained by NBC6. Only on 6 video obtained by NBC6 caught the moment Cuban reggaeton singer Chocolate MC robbed one of his fans' car and then kidnapped him.
Yeah, records show that the fan was only wanting to take a picture with the singer, but that celebrity encounter turned violent.
NBC6 reporter Christian Colon reports.
A trip to Chavez Supermarket in Opelika was bittersweet for a man after he ran into one of his favorite celebrities, reggaeton singer Chocolate MC. But that excitement turned to terror when Chocolate attacked his fan with a gun and kidnapped him with the victim's own car, according to records. I saw a white gun pointed at me, the victim tells NBC6. I didn't want to fight back because what if he pulled the trigger and shot me? The gun turned out to be fake, but with that toy gun, Chocolate, whose real name is Josvani Sierra Hernandez, managed to allegedly kidnap the victim.
He admitted it was a toy gun that looked like a mini Glock to scare the victim.
The victim says Chocolate forced him into the car, and records show he told the fan to drive around to different places for about 2 hours.
I'm not well. I recognize that I'm not well.
It's not the first time Chocolate gets arrested. The artist has a list of pending charges, including for allegedly offering money and promoting a murder for hire plot to kill an inmate charged in the 2024 murder of Cuban reggaeton singer El Tiger in Miami. And because Chocolate violated his release by picking up that kidnapping charge, a judge denied granting him a bond, so he must stay in jail until his trial. In Miami, Christian Colon, NBC6.
Kind of want to check out his music. I want to see what he's talking about. Yeah, that guy's, here's my thing.
You on mute, Bo. You can't hear you, Bogey.
Oh, shit.
There we go. We hear you now.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, he in the Matrix.
So
we got a known reggaeton. I don't know why I cannot pronounce that shit. Reggaeton. We got a reggaeton artist known, you know what I mean? Got a fan, starstruck, pulling up. And can I get a pic? And bruh pulls out a white gun.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
you on mute too, bro.
I'm on mute?
I think you might have to come in and come out. Something ain't right. We're gonna go right here. See if it works. Can I hear you, Bo?
Yep. Can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yep. Oh, so it wasn't me?
Oh, I know what it is. Nah, y'all good. It's my fault. It's my fault.
He said, can I hear you?
Yeah, it's my fault. That's my fault. I have my head.
I just thought of it right now. I'm so burnt. The way you phrased it was funny. You're
my
like,
bad, bro. I have
you're
my,
like, can I hear you?
Still hooked up. That was my fault. I can hear you.
No, we straight.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's funny. Chocolate MC.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Opelika is a dangerous place, tell you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been there. I was supposed to go to like a restaurant on South Beach and put in the wrong address. Ended up in Opelika, at I guess their the second location, and there was something that happened when I came at 8, got out. I seen like a bunch of cops like riding on bikes and cop cars running crazy. The next day, I found out like I guess some people got into it at the club, and some dudes came back and let off some choppers, man, and like 26 people got hit that night.
Damn.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all
it's
see
wild.
that shit that just happened in Chicago?
Yeah, it's wild in Miami, bro. Like in the hood, like. But my thing is, you know, it seemed like the same thing that's happening to like reggaeton is the same thing that's happening to rap over here. Dudes get in the rap game, they want to be thugging in the rap game, you know, and you're gonna face the consequences like everybody else. You see what I'm saying? You know,
You out in the forefront.
fake gun or real gun is you're gonna get charged with the same. The intent is what, you know.
Yeah.
It's
The
what they
moment
look
you
at.
forcibly get somebody into a car, even without moving, that's already attempted
Facts.
kidnapping.
You move them like a couple of feet.
Then that's kidnapping.
100%. It's
You
a
know what I'm
wrap.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
like
know,
with a kick though. You do a kick though like that, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah. And it don't matter if it's a butter knife, fake gun. You know, if that person was in fear of their life, that's what they look at. Thank you.
You know what's funny about this? What's funny about this situation to me too is like the fake gun too. Like, what if bruh had a real gun? And he pulls out that
He's
real
a
gun on
rapper.
your
He
fake
should
gun.
have a real gun. If he got a charge
No,
or
I'm talking about
alleged that he's putting a hit on
I'm
his
talking
people.
about bruh that he was sticking up. What if that dude actually had a real gun?
But see,
You know
that's
what I mean?
but even with the rapper though, like if he's alleged of putting on a hit that for his peoples that got killed in the streets, and may bruh rest in peace, right? So if you running around already like that, and you got multiple instances yourself of dealing with the police, you out on these streets doing some shit. So what the fuck are you running around with a toy gun for anyways?
You know, goofy time.
Goofy time, exactly, bro. 100%, my G.
Chocolate
You
time.
know, goofy time. Because Florida's an open carry state.
100%.
You run across the wrong person, you know what I mean? That could have been the end of your life right there. You know?
Factual.
So
Yeah, bruh, he's burnt
He was
out.
about to get in a rap battle.
A real one, huh?
crazy, man.
Heavy
Don't-
metal slinging. Hey,
Yeah,
like my
like-
nigga BG say, slanging that on.
It couldn't have
So,
been.
everything.
It couldn't have been
Like a heavy
Tego.
metal band.
Couldn't have been Tego Caron. It couldn't have been him. You know what I'm saying? If
Oh,
he gonna
my
push up
mama,
on
bro.
you, it's gonna be real. I don't know if y'all know who Tego is, but he was like a famous reggaeton rapper back in the day. Some joint, you know, Nori had did a couple joints with
Yeah, I
him.
was
You know
about
what
to say
I'm
he
saying?
had a joint with Nori.
Yeah, you know. But
Nori was getting that reggaeton bag when records were being physically sold. Like that, hey, it's crazy because I didn't really think about it until you said it right now. Like, damn, Nori been this is like the third market he's dominating as far as podcasts now because he did the rap, then he did the reggaeton.
yeah,
He was
Fab
just
could
talking
have.
about that shit on
He did the TV shit too for a while, right? Well, was it Viceland?
Fab could have jumped in that space too if he wanted to. Fab
That's
is
right,
half
because
Dominican.
Fab's a Dominican,
Yeah,
Panamanian.
Dominican.
Dominican. Okay.
Nori was just on the Breakfast Club talking about that shit. Like, they asked him about does he feel like he missed the you know, because like right now the fucking Afro beats is the biggest, like one of the biggest genres in the world, right?
Yeah.
And since he started that shit in like 05, 06 with the reggaeton, it's like he was at the forefront of that shit 100%, you know what I mean? And with that shit being so worldwide, like how you said, bro, he has dominated in multiple sports 100%. So, you know, shout out to Nori, man, 100%, bro. I mean, they also asked him about, and like how Slim talked about the Fab shit. So, you know, the famous interview where, why you don't want to party with me?
Oh,
Party. I'm talking about party. You know what I mean? And they did ask him about, you got to go watch, and he explained it. It was funnier than a motherfucker, but yeah. Oh, my mama,
He was like, Dottie, what was he said? He said, Mr. Lee, he called him Dottie. Dottie's here. He's like, and we
don't say that. We don't talk like that. We don't talk like that.
He's like, he had to put the context first, right? He's like, listen, he's a Colombian, Puerto Rican, Dominican.
Oh my mama, that nigga's a language.
Hey, Nori's funny, man. He grew out the hair, right? And he was like, hey, Envy just mad because he can't grow the hair. He can't grow no braids.
Fucking A. We got my dog, he's on fire in the building. He said, wow, K Adams says Nate Williams will supplement Sertan and Stingley this year. The got flock is strong with that one.
That's crazy. They are dummy deep in that secondary. And then like, who do they got? They got Benito, and then they got what's the other brother's name? On the other side. I forget who they got on the other side, but yeah, they're pretty decent up there too.
The fucking Broncos.
And if you get Singleton back eventually, and then Greenlaw, if he's a year and some change removed now from that Achilles, if he's back, then Hufanga, if the Fang is back,
the Fangs,
like them motherfucker, they're gonna be nasty. Especially for you team defense, for you crazies that play team defense. You know what I mean? Take the Broncos with your last pick.
Come on now. Let's get into this second joint, man. We got some predatory towing people in the state of Missouri. And somebody got paid.
In the state of Missouri.
Come on, let's get into it. In Kansas City, to be
$7.1 million, the amount just awarded to a Metro woman who sued a local tow company.
Fox 4's had details for years with predatory towing problems, particularly in Kansas City, Missouri. Tonight, that woman's lawyer has a clear message. Fox 4's Malik Jackson joins us from the Jackson County Courthouse. Malik, we've seen elected officials trying to get a handle on this situation, but nothing speaks louder than real tangible consequences like this.
And if that amount doesn't jump out at you, consider this. This tow company is essentially in hiding now, trying to change their name, but that won't work, according to the attorney that represents this woman, who says they're going to go after every single dime of that $7.1 million judgment, and they won't stop until they get it.
This industry is predatory. It's taking advantage of the people in Kansas City, and we cannot turn a blind eye anymore.
Breanne Thomas just finished a long, but in her mind, a righteous fight against Haney's Trucking and Tow. This case goes back to 2022. A woman parked her food truck, Crazy Tacos, in a lot that used to be abandoned. There were no signs saying don't park, but when she came back out, her food truck, her livelihood, was gone.
They towed the truck after 30 minutes. They towed it illegally.
If she wanted it back, they were going to charge her thousands of dollars. Over the next 2 years, they kept her truck and even began transferring it out of her name and into theirs.
They were successful.
Whoa.
They had her truck for 699 days.
She filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office, then hired lawyers who were ready for a fight. And it's a fight they just won. A jury awarded $6.9 million in punitive damages and another $200,000 in compensatory damages.
The people of Kansas City spoke loud. They spoke not just to this community, but the entire towing industry. They said, it's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen anywhere.
And now you go to the tow company's offices listed online, and no one is there. The building is for sale. You call. Yeah, so you guys a tow company. And they'll hang up on you. We went to a second location listed in court records. A neighbor told us that over the last month, the operation has shut down. So this business is still operating?
I'm not giving you any information, so I can.
So we called again to see what was going on. Once again, they hung up. The attorney who represented them was in his office, but wouldn't take my call, declining to comment on this case.
Jury said, not anymore, not in this community. We are going to send a message to these illegal tow truck operators in Kansas City and across the state that we are not going to accept this any longer.
Bottom line, Thomas tells me you have to know your rights when you're dealing with these tow companies. Don't just pay the amount that they give you. Do your research and make sure what they're doing is legal. Lauren.
Malik, did this lady ever get her food truck back?
She did. She did get the truck back, but it was badly damaged. All the equipment inside, well, that was gone. It would only go 5 to 10 miles per hour, so she got it back, but it was a shell of what she once had. However, Lauren, that $7 million, that's a victory in and of itself. Back to you.
Thank you, Malik. Malik Jackson.
I like that though. She was like, no, I want the truck still.
Yeah, they deserve that.
Yeah, for real. They could have just, they could have just done the legit thing and totally avoided all of it, or even then just give her car back for the whatever the actual, they were trying to for a wow for a weekend. I mean, I guess it's because it's a big truck.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I paid like $340 over a weekend one time.
Yeah, and I hope everybody pays attention to this and make sure, because even if it's abandoned lot, it's supposed to have signs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to have signs to say that, okay, this is private property, and if you park here, you will be told by such and such company. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the reply to to somebody made that comment in the chat. Like, if it's signs, then hey, they're in the right. But if there's no signs there, then you're illegally towing people's cars and you're putting people in under financial duress. Bloodsuckers of the poor, man. You feel me? And then you shut down the company, so you already know you wasn't moving right. But yeah.
They were hanging up on him.
Yeah, I got a story about this shit. So I used to live in North Sac in the Thomas when I got one of my first apartments, right? And it's a nice little area, and it's a big ass complex. So you got your designated spots. Your covered spots is for the residents, and you got the uncovered spots for the visitors and shit. And there's only a minimal spots for visitors and shit. But sometimes your spot be hella away from your motherfucking apartment. So when you doing groceries or loading your shit from just shopping or some shit like that, you're going to pull into a red area, right? So look, this is what happened. It's a motherfucking weekend, Saturday or Sunday, right? I just got done shopping, putting shit in the house. I'll pull up into the red area, but it's right there in front of my motherfucking apartment. Saturday or Sunday. Not supposed to park there 100%, but I got my flashers on. I got the door open. I'm unloading. The motherfucker come within like 15, 20 minutes. Flatbed. Zerp, I'm coming out. Man, what the fuck is you doing? He like, bro, you in the red zone. So what they doing is they sitting and waiting. Ain't no motherfucking tow truck coming in no 15, 20 minutes. When you do a AAA or some shit like that, man, they come in about an hour, 45 minutes at the least. You feel me? You could, just on some roadside shit. So that motherfucker was sitting and waiting, and somebody must have dropped a dime. So with bruh, like she said, she was out there she was gone for 30 minutes, and the motherfucker already had the fucking food truck on the spot. Bruh was sitting and waiting 100%, like it said in the story. No parking sign, no, do not
He's
park.
like, I got me a big fish.
Shit is cold, bro. And it took her livelihood, bro. It took her 2 years to get her truck back. And then when she got the truck back after the settlement, they done ran through that motherfucker, took all the equipment, all types of shit. She couldn't, that's how she made her go.
They didn't put it in their name.
And I bet you that wasn't the first time that she parked there and set up shop.
Facts.
It's crazy.
She left for 30 minutes, bro. She felt comfortable enough to leave her truck there, bro, alone, unattended. That ain't the first time, dog. That shit crazy, bro.
Crazy taco truck.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, good for her. $7 million. And she might even open up an actual crazy taco restaurant now. You know what I mean?
And Milk said seven mil wasn't enough on everything, bro. They didn't took her old woo-wop, bro. Like, I can't make no money.
So I remember,
years, that is true.
I remember I was in what part of California that is? It's close to IE. It's where's that mall at that everybody goes to, man? In California.
Which one? In SoCal or North Cal?
I think I know. Inland Empire, is that north or south?
No, that's Southern California. That's
it's
where
still south, yeah.
Yeah, that's at the top of it's still LA County, but it's at the top of LA.
Before you start to enter like the south area of Central Cali.
You got motherfucking what else?
Is that the valley too? The IE?
The IE is fuck, bro. Damn,
Well,
I wish next week we have motherfucker. Like I said, Rancho Cucamonga.
There you go.
And that's where Friday was. What else is it? Wow, I'm drawing a blank, bro.
Culver City's right underneath it, right? Like underneath the IE, the General Inland Empire.
Yo, we went to a mall.
I'm really bad at geography.
Yeah, we went to a mall out there that was close. That's in the area of the IE, and we parked our truck over there by the railroad tracks. Now it was mad trucks parked there, so we go in the mall. We going to get some outfits so we could go to Venice Beach, and we come out, and it's like all the trucks is gone, and they got our shit on a fucking tow. So the reason why we parked the truck there is because the brakes was messing up. It was losing pressure, so we couldn't even get it in the truck parking lot. Like the TA that was right across from the mall. We couldn't get it in there without blocking off traffic. So, because if it runs out of brakes, you can't move it
at all.
So, mess around. We come out. We see them got the truck on the tow, and I'm just like, okay, we parked the truck here because the brake, the brakes were losing pressure. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, so how are you guys going to tow this? Because the only way you could tow the truck, you would have to disconnect the brake lines from the trailer.
Yeah.
So that means the trailer wouldn't have any brakes. So if you have to stop hard because somebody cut you off, that trailer could swing out. It could swing out and hit multiple cars. They didn't give a damn. They towed that shit to the yard with no brakes, and then we had to stay in a Mexican neighborhood that night until we was able to get the truck for like about 2 days until we was able to work all that shit out. These people are predatory, man.
100%, bro. That's what Emil said. Yo, people are living evil these days. It's all about that dollar and trying to force that dollar out of you. 100%. You know what I mean? And then like out here in state of California, like, because I had a DUI before, right? They took that bitch for the weekend. I got caught on a Friday night. I couldn't get that bitch till like Monday or Tuesday. But that motherfucker, it's a flat fee, and then they gonna hit your ass like 50, 60, maybe $75 a day for that motherfucker, bro. Flat fee right off the rip because of why they told it. And I think that go to the county that whatever you got your DUI in, and then you got to pay the motherfucking tow company 100%. Straight predatory. Well, I mean, I that was my fault. So that wasn't predatory on that one. But that's just how the fees go when your shit is sitting 100%.
Yeah, bro. So look at this. So we did a show with Sierra and Memphis Bleak. Remember I was telling you about this back? This was like back in the days, and it was in Hawaii. It's a Pro Bowl after party. Like this is how it was being promoted because it was like the party after the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? Long story longer. We get there like 4 days before the actual that event, and like my man's out there, he's already out there, and the promoters they gave us a big ass van, and then they gave us a room. So anyways, my man he already got the van. He's picking us up from the airport, right? And like he's like, hey yo, I'm circling around and around. Where y'all at? And I'm like, oh, we're coming out right now. Bruh parks it. You know what I mean? I go, you in that van here? We see you. He parks the van in the red. He jumps out, lights a cigarette, and he's like, boom, we're all slapping hands and shit. They immediately told us shit. You know what I mean? So I go back, I'm still got to get my bags, all this shit, you know what I mean? But we were just like, and so bro's like, I'm right here. And we come back out. He's arguing with them peoples, and the van's already gone. So I spend this first 5 hours in Hawaii. We got to go find the little tow truck place. This is like taxi days too, and none of them. And when you're in Hawaii, in the tourist areas, at least back in the days, just to ask directions, motherfuckers is like, you want to buy a map? You know what I mean? Like they're trying to get $1 out of you. It's like, listen, I'll give you $5. Just tell me where it's at. Like, you know what I mean? Then we get a taxi. Boom. Then we on the way. We get there. The van's not even there yet. You know what I mean? I'm like, how are we gonna beat the van? Then it gets there and they're like, oh, we gotta process it, bro. I'm like, nah, you can just leave it right there. We can pay it right now, get it off the woo-wop. You know what I mean? And we sat there and just dicked us around for at least it was a Thursday. And they said we'll be able to get it that same day. I was like, all right, cool. Because like, how am I finna explain this now? This is a rental. You know what I mean? That this is not even our name. You know what I mean? I just saw a DMX story. I think Fat Joe was telling somebody was telling us on Memphis Bleak's podcast. Somebody was telling a DMX story. They said like, cause back in the days in Florida, if you had a rental, you get pulled over and it's not in your name, they tow that car immediately. You know what I mean? But DMX, he like, he's taking the boys on one. You know what I mean? Down in Florida. But yeah, but hey, predatory behavior. You know what I mean? Don't be the prey. You know what I mean? Because them motherfuckers is out there. You
No,
know,
100%. Like one of my
your head
favorite
on the
TV
swivel.
shows. One of my favorite TV shows is Parking Wars. Oh my mama, they be all on the East Coast and Philly. They be in Detroit. They be in Massachusetts. They be in New York, bro. Them motherfuckers like, bro. You know, it's serious with the parking. You know what I mean?
I know in the 90s, not to cut you, but in the 90s, you couldn't go with certain neighborhoods talking about you gonna tow somebody's car. That whole neighborhood
they
come
gonna
outside.
fuck you up. I mean, the boots, the motherfuckers be, man, they'll come and undo the boot they self 100%. The rallies, man, fuck you. You ain't booting me 100%. But you know what I mean? On the other side of it, the parking shit for the city or the county that you live in, that's one of the ways that they generate revenue. 100%. That's why they be tripping off that shit, bro. On my mama. You know what I mean? And they'll be quick to, oh yeah, you in the red zone. Oh, you ain't paid. You get 2 tickets. Your third one, they finna slap a boot on that bitch and make you pay that motherfucker, bro. Or try to make you pay it. 100%. That shit crazy. This parking shit is ridiculous, bro.
Telling you, man. Parasites, man.
100%, bro. Brandon said, I mean, if we don't have signs on our yard, does it mean someone can come park on it and start doing business? I have to arrange parking space ahead of time.
Facts. Like, I mean, okay, look at this. Me and Candlestick, we live on the same street. And then he had hit me. He's like, hey, there's this old school Toyota. It's parking everywhere and it's leaking like crazy. I'm like, okay, good looking out. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, people will just, you know, you might got somebody in the house, they got like 4 or 5 vehicles. So they're just parking wherever they can on the street. And I'm like, yo, bro, don't park that shit in front of my joint. You know what I mean? Leaking anything. Have you leaking? You know what I mean?
The thing with the taco truck is though, usually them motherfuckers is gonna park not in no residential area unless there's some construction being built or some, you know, some more houses being built in that area. They gonna pull up because they know it's gonna be some workers there. But 9 times out of 10, they in the motherfucking commercial area pulling up because they know they finna get business there. So they really ain't disturbing nobody. And this was, I think it said it was an empty lot. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, and it was an abandoned lot and it wasn't other cars, because I think we seen some cars in that motherfucking video that when they was on this in that lot. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. It's not like baby girl was doing anything wrong. And in my opinion, I think it wasn't her first time there. For her to leave her truck unattended.
Yeah.
There's a birria taco truck right here down by my crib, JD. And it's like right off to the side on in a gas station little lot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that shit, you know what I mean? That shit crack out. And that make me think now too, like, what if you the gas station, you know, we're like, yeah, go ahead and just keep them tacos coming and let me get I'll get a little 10%. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama. I mean, that's what it is. Like,
you feel me?
like, you know, when motherfuckers be having breweries and they don't got no kitchen, man, they gonna tap in with a food truck and they gonna, you know what I mean, work something. You know what I mean? When a motherfucker be at a bar, they don't got no kitchen, man. Come pull up, man, and we gonna knock this shit together 100%. You know what I mean? Come on, man, 100%.
Yeah. Shit, I even know, like, I got the homie. He has a shop now, but prior to this, he had a little stand, and he did the Vietnamese bomnies. You know, the bomnie sandwiches, right? But like to get the bread and all that shit done, he had to go link with some kind of baker, right? And then when he got the line on the loaves, right? It's funny because we're actually talking about actual loaves. But anyways, he had the line on the loaves, right? And then all he had to do was rent a spot now at a shop because they had a kitchen that he could use. He rented for like 4 or 5 hours a day. And I'm like, wow, this is done, you know, because of 2020, people started breaking down their hustles. And you know, if you had a kitchen now, you could slang hours of this kitchen down to people, just like how we'll slang blocks of hours of time in the studio. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I was like, oh shit, the game. Hey, you know, if you ain't digging for the gold in the gold rush, you gotta be selling the shovels or doing something, right? You know what I mean?
You gotta find some type of way to get in. If a nickel bag is sold in the park, I want it. Oh my mama, man! Shout out to Ron, half of the Ignorant Thinkers podcast. What's up, big bro?
What up, Ron?
We got Minnesota Dan in the building. What's up, big bro?
Danny.
Oh my mama, yeah, man, that shit was ridiculous how they did that woman, and it shows the people you know, it was a jury trial. You know what I mean? Even though it was a civil case or a motherfucking small claims court. Well, it wasn't no small claims court because that shit is only capped. You can only get so much in a judgment, if I'm not mistaken. So for that to go to trial and for 12 people to say, yeah, they filed 7.1 on top of 200K, that's 7.3 that she got awarded. That law firm only taking 33 in the third. So she walking away with like over 5 million, bro. Like 4.9, 4.7.
Well, they gotta locate them so they could pay that first because they shut the company down. It's a shell company.
Yeah. And if like you remember the famous Johnny Depp trial not too long ago? She don't got that money, but like but he won the case, and you know what I mean? Like supposedly she gonna have to pay some of that money, and I think she had some kind of insurance. She had some kind of insurance where they were gonna front X amount of money for this.
Yeah, but when you own a business, it's mandatory that you carry, insurance. You know what I mean? Now I don't know if they business insurance is a $7 million policy, or if they got $7 million in assets or capital, or motherfucking stocks and bond savings.
And if you don't got it, if you don't got it, what happens? Because it's a civil case. If you don't got it,
they ain't gonna get no money. That's just like the broad type case.
If it was an actual government case or like state case or whatever, you'll go to jail if you can't pay this shit. You know what I mean? So,
but like the broad Tasha K, got sued by Cardi B. You know what I mean? For for lying on her or some old shit, and they hit her with like a $2 million or something like that. That bride can't pay that.
She ain't got no money.
Well, I ain't saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just that
you're right.
She on record saying what she did to, allegedly. Please forgive me.
Well, she won that thing. Good money, get good lawyers too. So, you know what I mean? Cardi B definitely had the leg up.
100%. Yeah, man. Y'all got any
Cardi B, the baddest butterface in the game.
Y'all got anything going out on this topic?
Yeah, man. I don't like these bloodsuckers of the poor. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what if it happens to somebody you love and they pull that predatory crap on you? You know what I mean?
I be telling my daughter
we all trying to survive, man. You know what I mean? I would say though, shout out to the ones that do cut people some slack. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to just pounce on everybody. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna have people that's gonna be on some BS. You know what I'm saying? And they know that they in the wrong, and they they want to be wrong and strong. I ain't really speaking for them. I'm speaking for the unsuspecting people that don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I lived in the townhouse complex. We didn't pay a little $20 real quick. Just go ahead and get it off the truck, man. Come on.
Yeah, like shout out to some of the parking people in Irvington. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, they kind of give you that heads up. You know what I mean? Now if you violate that, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But they at least give you that heads up. So shout out to them, man.
Like if they see your Honda XL or whatever back in the days or something, they say, hey, man, you know what I mean? Don't be parking there, man. And then you drive off and they see your shit there again. They're gonna take your
shit.
Then
you gotta eat that. You know what I mean?
He already told you.
Because only thing they can do is give you a heads up. If that ain't enough for you, then you might want to pay that money then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a couple times when we was youngsters going out to the city to go party. You know what I mean? Like,
tell me about it.
Because it's like, because you first of all, when you're not there all the time, and then or when you are there all the time, and then you're there at night, it's totally different too.
You see, for me, when I go to the city, like I just find a nice little cheap
transit.
Nah, I just found a nice little cheap parking garage.
Oh, okay.
That give you a nice rate for a couple of hours or whatever, and I just pull it up in there. Ain't nobody coming up in there. So
hey, Banks, can you do us a favor? Drop a few cities in the IE. I know CJ Stroud and Jordan Love is from the IE. If you can, drop a few city names in the IE for us, bro. We was thinking about it, and I was like, man, I wish Bakes was in the motherfucking chat. Oh my mama. But like how you said, though,
You could have wished for $1 million.
but like 12 people said that this is some predatory shit, bro, and she deserves everything that she get, bro. So like you said, man, fuck them people, bro, 100%, man. Oh my mama.
For real, fucking people. Bakes be driving, right?
No, that's King D.
He actually
That's
operates
King D from Long Beach, but Bakes from Bakersfield. So Bakersfield ain't too far from the IE.
Oh, okay.
That's right above the IE, and Bakes is right there where K Hooks. So where Bakersfield and Fresno is, they only about an hour away, and that's where Lil Cuzzo from that be on the sticks with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, word. Hey, Fresno's a crazy place too.
Nah, Slim was talking about a story when he was in California and he was in the IE, and we was trying to. I know first city that came to my mind was Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho, yeah, because of Friday.
It's a mall out there. Hooks know about this mall because I told him. He's like,
oh yeah,
exactly.
that nigga, he fluently. He ain't too
he
far from that
he knows
bitch.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about. And then there's a truck stop, a big TA, like literally it's walking distance from the mall. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Oh my mama.
But
Let's jump into this last. Oh, my bad,
go ahead.
Let's get into this last joint, y'all. We got some a little cutie who just became a police officer and wanted to be like 50 Cent's cousin that was a police officer in Power. 100%. Let's get it.
Her name?
Jukebox.
Jukebox.
Charges after Pawtucket police say she was arrested in a narcotics bust this morning.
Kate Wilkinson joins us now live in studio with new details we just learned from police.
Yeah, Pawtucket police say it was a months-long investigation that led to the arrest of 25-year-old Destiny Vieira. Among the multiple drug charges she faces, she's accused of selling or manufacturing in the area of a school.
Just last September, Destiny Vieira took an oath to protect the city of Providence. Now, Pawtucket police say she has been charged in a narcotics investigation.
Based on the seriousness of the allegations and the standards that we uphold in the Providence Police Department, this individual will not be retained by the Providence Police.
Providence Police Chief Colonel Oscar Perez says because Vieira has been on the force for less than a year, she was only a probationary officer. According to the city of Providence, her salary at the time of her arrest was around $73,000.
So when you see a young person that had the opportunity of a lifetime to make a difference, and unfortunately, because of certain judgments that they make, it taints the work.
Pawtucket police say Vieira was arrested in the early hours of this morning alongside 24-year-old Jalen Lopez of Pawtucket. Both are facing multiple drug dealing and manufacturing charges. Among the accusations, that this was happening in or around a school. Pawtucket police did not immediately provide where the drug bust occurred.
It's upsetting, but I'll tell you that it does not define the dedicated work of the men and women of the Providence Police Department.
Both suspects are scheduled to be arraigned by a bail commissioner tomorrow. Live in the studio, Kate Wilkinson.
Yeah, she was only 6 months in, though?
She was only 6 months in. And if she took an oath, that means if she got right to it, she agreed before the badge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, if you're going to do, first of all, if you're going to do that, I mean, damn, get your feet wet first. You still on your probationary period on some bullshit. Like, you know what I mean?
For real.
I don't advise it, but I'm just saying, like, common sense,
And if she got the manufacturing thing, that means she might have been chopping it down, I'm assuming, at her crib. And if she lived by a school, they're getting her. They're gonna throw a bunch of shit at her, they're gonna stick too.
Yeah, that's no bueno, man. You know what I mean? You fresh in the game and you already on some bullshit. Like, you feel me?
She was earning fat checks every 2 weeks, getting fat vacation time, sick time, benefits, retirement, optional retirement, and she wanted to be the chef.
I don't know about the fat checks. Because a lot of them police departments, especially
Man,
in
they
them
said
small
she
towns.
started off at 73,000, bro. Yes.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Them is
She
fat
bugging.
checks, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my
she
mama.
bugging.
I
Where's
ain't
this?
too far.
This is in Rhode
Hey,
Island.
my pay rate ain't too far from her. Oh my mama, bro. I know she running it up. Oh my mama. 100%. That's like supervisor salary in my department. 100%, bro.
Yeah, and that's what she started off at too.
Oh my mama, as a probationary officer, just still, you know what I mean, not learning how to fully do pull a motherfucker over, still learning how to interact with people that she coming, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
she doing ride-alongs.
just imagine if she got promoted. You know, that might be an extra 10K per year. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Boy.
Yeah. You don't mess that up for some, you know, some petty drug sales. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? You ain't got to look over your shoulder. You ain't got to do none of that. You getting a cool 70 a year.
Every 2 weeks.
Come on now.
You are the law.
You work for the law. In my opinion, the ones that are the law are the assholes that you need to be aware of.
You're right. Hey, look, she just got caught slipping, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I feel like she had the whole plan. She thought she had it all planned out. I'm gonna get in there. Bong. Remember Don't Be a Menace? He was like, yeah, I've been thinking about getting a job at the bank, you know? Working real hard in that joint. Learning that motherfucker real good. Then robbing that bitch blind.
Come on now. Oh, my mama.
Hey, you gotta learn the game before you play, right?
Man,
she got in there, right? She didn't even barely get her feet wet. She was trying to dive in the deep end. You know what I mean?
She barely just got her motherfucking uniforms.
Yeah, you know what I mean. The tags are still on the uniform.
Ain't even fully processed as a city employee. Oh my mama.
Tags are still on the unis.
And public safety officers, they get extra shit. Like they get more vacation time, they get more sick time. You know what I mean? If they work at night, they get in the night differential. It's like they fucking they work 12-hour shifts. You know what I mean? They getting the overtime. It's like she probably could have hit 100K in her first year with the overtime, bro. 100%, man. Get the fuck out of here. They say they don't got enough police in damn near every fucking city in America, bro.
And they say Providence. Is that Rhode Island?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Yep, that's where it's at.
Because that's what I was like, I guess they got money out there in New England, right? I'm like, damn, 73,000 out for the cops. It could also too, because there's definitely a shortage of police just across the nation, right? So
100%.
Yeah.
But listen, bro, we're paying 73,000 now. She's like, she couldn't make it. She couldn't make it as a low-level dealer in the streets. She knew she was a look. She had, she was kind of a looker. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna be an officer.
Make it as a low-level dealer, bro. You's a fool, bro.
She's like, I'm gonna carry a gun and a badge, and now I'm the law.
She didn't even make no homies in the force that's with that type of stuff.
Exactly. They probably looking like, damn.
Oh, everything. Banks said, did you guys see that former Cleveland Mayor Brandon King got 3 years probation and only had to pay back $27K after he was caught siphoning out over $75K to his family members over the years? Oh my mama, bro. I got a story. I think we did it too, where it was another high
like
level
a third of the money
same
back.
shit. Crazy, bro. Oh my mama. 25K of 75.
When I became an adult, I had this rule. If it's not mine, it's not mine. Because if it's mine, it's mine. Don't touch it. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama. King D, you don't live a long time.
I'm not tripping, it's not mine. You know
Hey, King D, you gonna live a long time. We was just talking about you too, big bro.
Yeah, man.
We just mentioned y'all within the last 10 minutes. Oh my mama.
Yeah. Shout out to the Rellies, man.
Shout out to the Rellies, man.
You know what I mean? We all across the nation.
Facts, man. We are heavily connected through this motherfucking country, man. 100%. Oh my mama. Slim, let the people know where they can find you at and what you got cooking up, big bro.
From a fan's perspective on YouTube, you know what I mean? Catch me on there, dropping an episode later on the day. And yeah, we cooking, man.
100%.
Y'all go check that video out called Do Your Research. Yeah, it's a short video, like 5 minutes, something like that long. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people on this internet with false information and all that. So just check the source, man, before you just start going off of, you know, what these people be talking about on this Instagram and all this nonsense. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, man. Definitely don't be misinformed out there. You know what I mean?
A lot of fake
Yeah, I'll
gurus.
make my quick. You already know Bogard Scott Free Gen Wealth Net on YouTube. That's my daughter and her friends come here.
On my mama, 100%, man. We in the kitchen cooking. Make sure, like I said, from a fan's perspective, shout out to all my Gen Wealth brothers, all my Heart to Story brothers, my dogs over at Stay Tuned Live, the whole family, and the missuses of Stay Tuned Live, 100%, the Chicago Clubhouse. If y'all didn't get a chance to see Bogey over there last night, make sure you go slide over there with the Crooked Commission, the Mouth from the Bay of their fantasy show, 100%, and they got multiple shows over there on my mama. So does Stay Tuned Live. Shout out to my Ignorant Thinker podcast family. They got multiple shows over there, man. We are in the kitchen cooking. We will be back later on tonight with the motherfucking Playmakers, 100%. We are on PYP, Pick Your Poison. It's going to be a hell of an episode. We might run a mock. It just depends, you know what I mean? We still trying to put the format together. So make sure you just click that bell for us, man, and just stay locked in because the shit getting fired up. My big bro doing lives now, 100%, you know what I mean? He getting into the live game, you know what I mean? 100%. So, man, just stay locked in, man. 100%. The content is being produced. And we can't do it without y'all. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for pulling up with us and spending a little bit of time out your day. Make sure you stay blessed. Make sure you stay safe. And if you want some fantasy talk tonight, man, 7 p.m. West Coast time, the Real Fantasy Playmakers, man. We make plays every day. Hey. On my mama.
Sure.
We gone, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.